Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. In this episode, we're covering self-declared tough guys who decide to test the wrong opponents. What they expect is intimidation. What they get instead is discipline, training, and consequences. So let's start with a parking lot philosopher, absolutely convinced intimidation is a personality trait and not a pending regret.
You need to watch your face. Gotcha. Because guys like me eat bitches like you for lunch. Gotcha.
He puffs his chest, drops the classic, "I eat guys like you for lunch" line, like he just unlocked boss level status. Unfortunately for him, the biker skips the speech and goes straight to the technique. One smooth spin later, our cafeteria champion is pinned to a pickup truck, suddenly fasting. Next is a gym invader, built like a heavyweight headline, strolling in to challenge the smallest guy in the ring, like size alone comes with a trophy.
Champ, you need a waiver. You need a waiver. You don't want to need a waiver.
The bully has a lot of confidence, but after eating a hard punch and realizing his smaller opponent can fight, he begins to doubt himself. The bully now won't move forward like he did before. After a minute in, he cries for a timeout. The person he challenged is actually a professional MMA fighter named Terrence Wrong Turn C-Turn. And the bully? It was discovered after this incident that he recently robbed an elderly Asian man, was released on bond, and marched into this gym. Let's hear the gym's reaction.
You come into my gym, you call out the smallest guy in my gym, and now you want to call timeout? And now you want to call timeout? Now get out of my gym.
Do you reckon he learned his lesson?
He talks loud, demands a "wait for me," and swings like frustration is a fighting style. Then a clean shot lands and confidence clocks out early. Suddenly it's timeout season. Plot twist, the small guy owns belts and the loudest man in the room exits quietly. Now we've got a prize fighter talking like courage is measured in how many times you say, "take a swing."
He just got knocked out. He just got knocked.
He leans in, chin up, hands down, practically begging for a highlight reel moment, and he gets one. One clean punch from off camera, and suddenly he's airborne, then horizontal, then spiritually relocated. The trash talk disappears faster than he does walking away. Here comes a Plaza gladiator, summoning First Amendment auditors like he's hosting open tryouts for Street Fighter Ego Edition.
Oh, come on, do it, do it! Do it! Bring it on! You have no idea who you're dealing with. I don't need to. You better stand back. I'm not afraid of you. You gotta be kidding me. What are you doing? Hey, are you kidding me? Get the fuck down! Get down! Hey! Get down! Get down! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Go home! Go home!
He waves them in, laughs loud, promises chaos, and insists nobody knows who they're dealing with. Turns out he didn't know either. One clean counter later, and our fearless challenger is seated on the pavement, suddenly filing complaints instead of threats. The crowd chants him home. Pride does not get a ride. In this next clip, a Sidewalk strategist chasing a calm guy like persistence alone unlocks invincibility mode.
Head.
Back down. Then, one punch and everything changed.
He points, lunges, throws balance out the window, and keeps pressing forward while the other guy just circles and waits. Then comes the single right hook heard round the block. One punch, instant reboot. The unstoppable legend is now napping under a canteen sign. Then we've got a gym floor motivational speaker poking a bald heavyweight.
Don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect me like that. Weak bitch. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What? Disrespecting me.
I'll kill you right now, bitch.
He chirps, struts, yells, "What you gonna do?" and throws a wild swing with zero footwork and maximum confidence. The big man answers with gravity and technique, plants him on the mat, and holds him there like a cautionary tale. Instant karma clocked in for leg day. Up next is a tough guy declaring himself Satan's son, apparently believing mythology adds +10 to intimidation stats.
No, you are. Get the
You're with Satan's son.
Satan's son in his soul.
Get out my face, bro. I'm up.
He leans in, talks reckless, and forgets the universal rule of personal space. The guy in white stays calm, gives one warning, then delivers a clean left that ends the sermon mid-sentence. Tough talk evaporates on contact. Turns out Destiny had a pavement appointment. Moving to the next, this late-night wines and spirits warrior paces the sidewalk, bouncing on his toes like shadowboxing counts as credentials.
He's scared. Look. Who's scared? Go get on with him. Oh, who's I'm gonna call out white. You look at your eye. I'm violent.
He talks big, denies being scared, and launches a wild punch to prove a point. Unfortunately, the guy in black treats it like a practice drill. One slick slip, one sharp counter, and the bravado shuts off instantly. By the aftermath, even his own hype man looks disappointed. Coming up, we've got a nightclub gladiator barking through bar glass like it's bulletproof confidence and not just a window. He points, yells, and performs for the street crowd, completely forgetting situational awareness exists. Meanwhile, security slides in from behind with zero speeches and maximum efficiency. One smooth grab later, our loudest guy in the room vanishes off the LED floor. Moral of the story, always check your six. Here's a good one as a street conductor parking himself in front of a double-decker. He chants at the bar crowd, paces in the road, and demands attention from an entire city block. Then a calm guy delivers one sharp reality check. The crowd goes wild. Our traffic warrior goes quiet and suddenly remembers appointments elsewhere. Now we've got a track meet trash talker strolling onto a football field, bags in hand, confidence sky high and common sense nowhere in sight.
I'm like that. I'm like that. I told you the wrong hope. I'm like that.
He gets face to face, talks reckless, and invades space like that is step one in a winning strategy. The bigger guy stays calm, then makes one sharp move. Suddenly, our fearless instigator unlocks Olympic sprint mode and retreats across the field at record pace. Next, this retail renegade rolls a suitcase toward the exit, like confidence is an accepted form of payment.
I say I was gonna do. I told you I was gonna pay for it, right? Do it.
He turns back, gets loud, invades the guard space, and delivers a full volume speech about how he was totally going to pay. Security stays calm, reaches for the spicy reality check, and one quick spray later, the shouting turns into stumbling. Tough talk meets tear gas. Here comes a barroom philosopher in a loosened tie, convinced a shoulder bump is grounds for battle. He spins around, points, and invites chaos at full volume. The pro fighter turns back, calm and silent. One quick left later. The music keeps playing, but our loudest guy hits the floor on mute. Last call arrived early and he did not order it. Moving right along, we've got a shirtless sidewalk champion shadowboxing the air and threatening an entire security team like it's open mic night. He hops around, yells he'll fight them all, and invites chaos with both hands. One guard finally clocks in, walks down calm and steady, and delivers a single right. The curtain closes instantly. Ego loud, chin quiet, pavement undefeated once again. In this clip, a cobblestone crusader is marching toward a taxi like Liverpool just crowned him street champion.
Head.
He closes the gap, reaches out, and forgets the driver did not sign up for amateur hour. One sharp counter later, and our goofball is airborne before gravity signs the paperwork. He lands flat, sits up confused, and suddenly discovers respect for personal space. Now for a late night court classic. This denim jacket daredevil is pacing under the lights, like this automatically unlocks boss level status.
Hey, take your jacket off! Take your jacket off! Hey, don't get... That's so old!
He keeps the attitude louder and forgets the shirtless guy is calm for a reason. One sudden level change later, and Denim is airborne. He hits the pavement screaming while the real fighter walks off like practice just ended. Next up is a dollar store Don announcing himself like the checkout line is his personal press conference.
Hey, yo, man, DK, whole lot of gang shit. Hey, yo, Bump Gang don't got on me, cuz.
He's completely disrespecting everyone
Like
online.
I said, man, I'm the next level savage, bro. Y'all already know what the it is, man. Stop playing with me, yo. You know what I'm saying?
And now he's going to jail.
Yo, come on, bro.
He shouts, postures, and crowns himself next level savage while customers just want receipts. Then he turns to the wrong guy in a black hoodie. One smooth grab later, and Mr. Gang Talk is face down, begging politely. Turns out jail does not honor street speeches. Here's a fast food gladiator inside McDonald's, shirtless and steaming, apparently thinking fries come with fight night. He steps in, puts his hands on the wrong guy, and expects applause. Instead, one clean punch sends him straight to the tile like a dropped combo meal. He ends up seated, blinking, trying to debate from the floor, while his opponent calmly heads for the exit. Moving to the next, we've got a doorway defender giving polite warnings while a philosopher parks himself in the frame for clout.
Hey, John, tell him to get out the doorway. He do not belong across this doorway. Tell him what the rules and the laws is. Tell him he home invasion. Right now, y'all witnessing a home invasion. Right now, y'all witnessing a home invasion. Could you get out my doorway, please, sir? Yeah. Could you get out my doorway, please, sir? You videotaping this? Could you please get out my doorway, please, sir?
Oh my God!
He sips his drink, checks his phone, and treats "please move sir" like background noise. Then the homeowner upgrades from manners to momentum. 2 quick shots later, and the hallway gets a new carpet ornament. Privacy respected. Door closed. Conversation over. Up next is a sidewalk menace in a black tee yelling at grandparents. He struts, paces, and shifts his rage to the guy who steps in, gets pushed back once, decides to swing anyway, and discovers that technique travels faster than temper. A few clean shots later, Mr. Tough Talk is clutching his face and reconsidering dessert diplomacy. Now, a highway hothead who hears one polite honk and decides it's a declaration of war. He jumps out at a red light, chest out, asking, "You want some?" Like this is a drive-through dojo. The camera stays calm, repeats, "Get back in your car, sir," and even reminds him that the light's green. Tough Talk stalls fast when nobody's impressed. Coming up, we've got a sidewalk shadow boxer bouncing around a taller dude who clearly just wanted to keep walking.
He got rocks in his hand.
What he doing, good what?
I don't know.
It's how we do it on Franklin, Chicago, baby. Look.
Come on, y'all.
Little man kicks, blocks his path, even tosses something at his head like that was the master plan. The calm guy finally clocks in and delivers a quick reality check. A few sharp punches later, Mr. Franklin Street Fury is curled up, rethinking his audition. Here comes another one where a gym loudmouth is promising to whoop everybody.
What you talking about? Come on, bro. Because he's gonna take me right after.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Don't get in there, Juice. Let him go.
He gets tackled, probably thinks it's over, but surprise, Green Tank actually knows jiu-jitsu. Suddenly the cheap shot artist is tangled up, leg trapped, staring at the ceiling while being politely informed his knee has an expiration date. Mouth wrote it, Matt cashed it. In this next clip, we've got a weigh-in warrior flexing, pointing, and mean mugging like the fight was already won. Meanwhile, the shorter guy just smiles and saves his energy. Fast forward to fight night, and all that theatrics turns into takedowns and elbows. Suddenly, the loudest man in the room is stuck on his back, learning the oldest rule in combat: be humble or be humbled. Here we have a grappling genius who thinks disrespect and cheap shots count as technique. He shoves, kicks, and even argues with the ref, like that is part of the game plan. Meanwhile, Nicholas stays quiet, downloads the data, then lifts him clean off the mat. Seconds later, Blue Shirt is tapping like he remembered this is a tournament, not a tantrum. Now, this Sidewalk superhero is marching into traffic to square up with motorcycles at a red light. He's barking, fist raised, leaning over handlebars like exhaust fumes personally offended him. Picks on every rider that rolls through. Then one rider decides it's grappling practice. Next scene, Mr. Road Rage is pinned to the pavement, still barking, but now from ground level. And finally, here's a pickup court enforcer who thought chest bumps and wrestling moves counted as defense against actual skill.
Come on! Yes, sir! What's it? 1-0. 1-0. He foul, you foul. Nothing. Keep on fighting, China. Don't give him shit. Don't give me shit. Easy. Nothing. And a rebound. 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 Keep up. Back. Use the foot. You play that. Steal. Steal. Take over. Score. Back to school today. Got him.
He leans, grabs, tries to bully every possession, even stares into the camera like he already won. Meanwhile, Jack just keeps cooking. Steal, step back. Deep three, another bucket. By the end, the big man is silent, hands on hips, watching the scoreboard explain everything. That's a wrap, with a big difference between looking tough and being tough. When experience meets ego, the outcome usually speaks for itself. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy watching overconfidence get checked in real time.